The Butler dishes out another win at the box office. Erik Childress, our movie guy, is here. And Erik, how much of this is the Oprah effect? I noticed she was tweeting and telling people to go.
I don't think Oprah needs to be tweeting. I think the will of the 99% are really getting the word out there just fine.
It's
on this
just
movie.
happening.
Yeah, word of mouth. I mean, it's making people cry. People are telling their friends. You know, my mom's even seen the movie, so, you know.
She like it?
She did like it, yes.
Yeah, my parents liked it too. I loved it. I thought it was terrific. Yeah, what do you think is the future for this? Because there's not a lot coming out.
No, I mean,
I
I don't know if it's going to keep the #1 spot this weekend, but it's going to be in the top 5 at least for a couple of weeks. It's going to be in the top 10 at least until early October. So I mean, this film is going to shoot past 100 million, and that's going to immediately going to make it worth speculation though that it could be in the Oscar race as well.
You had mentioned that this could be a situation like we saw with The Help, and the word of mouth just keeps growing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, at the box office last weekend, it did come in #1 thanks to, of course, to that 4-day weekend, and that was a big one at $20 million. One Direction coming in at #2. Were the Millers, Planes, and Instructions Not Included?
Yeah, this Instructions Not Included. Did you hear of this movie before?
Not really.
Yeah, no one really did. I mean, we got some press releases about it. We heard it was coming out. It was not screened for critics. We didn't get screeners. There were only 4 reviews even up on Rotten Tomatoes when this film came out this weekend. And yet, it seemed like the Latino community came out to support this Eugenio Derbez, who was a television star. And, I mean, you're going to see Hollywood sort of take notice of this because no one saw this coming. And clearly there's obviously a market, just as The Butler for African-American cinema, and there's sort of breakthrough, obviously there's a market for Latino cinema too. So you're going to see some people, try to capitalize on that now.
The audiences are speaking loud and clear.
Absolutely.
Well, here's what's coming out this weekend. So you tell me what's going to happen here. We have Riddick, The Ultimate Life, and then Salinger at 99%. Interesting documentaries, small screens, just a few here and there throughout the U.S. Well, but I wanted to put them on the list.
Yeah, no, it's worth mentioning. I mean, who knows? It might be the next Instructions Not Included. You never know. But Riddick is obviously the film, the big film this weekend. This falls into the category of sequels we didn't need at all. And the screened it late for critics, so not a lot of positive buzz on this. Vin Diesel actually sort of mortgaged his house to sort of help get this movie made. Wow. The Chronicles of Riddick was kind of a bomb for Universal, so this one's a lot more modestly scaled at 38 million. So it might take #1 this weekend, but I don't know if anyone really has interest in this character anymore.
I love these filmmakers though that are going to all odds just to go ahead and get their films.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice to see when you see a passion project like The Butler and you see people throw their money at it to get it made. That's sort of inspiring. But see Vin Diesel mortgaging his house on this trilogy that it's got a kind of a cult base at best. I don't really understand it, but we'll see this weekend.
Erik, I also noticed the overall numbers have dropped off as well. Just the overall totals of the box office.
Yeah, well, it comes to pass. Well, we're at the end of the summer. We're now in sort of the school period now. So September, you're going to see some very light box office numbers, and then next week we'll be talking about some movies that are getting a lot of buzz coming out of the Telluride and Toronto film festivals, and you're going to see some of those movies really sort of pack a wallop.
We will look forward to that. Thanks again, Erik Childress.
Thank you.